Hey guys, here's another doodle I made. Just sketching out some grapes using nothing but a ballpoint pen, and the whole thing is going to be done using hatching and cross hatching. So first I laid out a bunch of circles for my grapes, and I just went random, and I'm looking for a good composition for the final result. And as I make my circles, they're just really loose and sketchy. There's no need to be perfect with a pen sketch, because you will make some mistakes. So just remember, it's just a sketch. Some of the lines that I'm adding here for the branches of the grapes will be hidden later on when I add some more hatching in certain areas, but that's okay. The main thing is for the sketch to look like it's a bunch of grapes hanging off of a small branch. And here I'm using a single hatching technique to lay down the shadow of the background, so it's a flat surface that the grapes are sitting on. And notice I'm going in one direction with the hatching lines. You always want to start your any cross hatching with single hatching in the same direction. Don't go random yet. So here I'm adding more hatching lines to every single one of the grapes. Now I'm starting to add a little bit of cross hatching by changing the direction. And same thing with the surface background. Now I want the background of the surface to be darker than the grapes themselves, so I'm going to work a lot on adding more and more hatching lines to the background behind the grapes. Right here I went too heavy on that one grape, so I'm going to add another grape. And just trying to fix a little mistake. It's no biggie. Making my branches a little bit darker by creating a strong shadow on the bottom. And here I'm adding a deeper tone to the background surface. So cross hatching is a lot of fun. You can really use this technique to render any of your drawings, whether it's in pen or in pencil. Of course, with pen, it's a little bit harder to erase, so when you lay down your strokes, that's where the final is going to be. But the point is, when you do a pen doodle with a ballpoint pen and you end up coming up with a really good sketch and the whole thing is in pen, you feel a sense of accomplishment. It's a really cool thing to do. And you also get to practice more on controlling your cross hatching. So it's a bunch of layers on top of layers. It's also intensity, how much pressure you use for your strokes. So for the light hatching that I'm doing right now, I'm going really light, and I'm changing direction following the curve of the grape. So I'm trying to create that look of a sphere. And notice how I'm not sketching where the highlights are. I'm just leaving that the color of the paper, which is white. So you're just working with your shadows, and you're also trying to make sure that you know where your highlights are going to be, and you just simply don't do any lines over the highlights with pen. if it were pencil, you can go back and erase them and get your highlights back. But with pen, you kind of have to plan it out. So I'm just adding some more details to the grapes and making the background a lot darker now. I'm almost trying to get it to be black. So the way to do that is just to keep adding layers on top of layers. But you also want to fade out or blend your shadows and keep that shadow effect kind of soft. So I'm pretty much just about finished with this sketch. The video was sped up 2 times and 3 times just to for the time factor. But this is pretty much the final result of sketching some grapes with a ballpoint pen.